And now we are joined with a man I believe to be the greatest fighter in the world outside of the UFC. He is the KSW welterweight champion. And this weekend, he takes on the legendary Michal Materla at middleweight, not his preferred weight class, at the brilliant KSW 56 card. Roberto, how are you, my friend? How is everything going for you?
How are you? I'm fine. Ready to go Saturday night. Ready as always. I'm 1 year out of fighting. This time. This first time in my career, so I didn't fight like 1 year.
Wow.
So everything is good. I'm prepared. Very good. Preparation was super. Everything great. No injuries. That's most important. So I'm ready to go at middleweight division. And you see, they give me the best guy in KSW, Michal Materla. So if you want middleweight, you need to fight the best guys.
Yes, I was going to ask you, Roberto, are you fighting at 185 for the first time here because it's an opportunity to fight a legend like Materla, or is it because there is no proper contender for you at 170 at the moment?
There was one contender. He said that I fight with this guy. It's Grzebek. He's double champion in
Yes.
10 organizations. The second one biggest in Poland. So he moved to KSW. He made one win. And then he called me out. And then I was ready to go, with him on 170. And I took the fight. And he's same record like as me. It's like 17-3. And most of the wins is knockout, so we are same. And he just pulled out, and I was a little bit disappointed because he called me out, he wanted to fight, and then after that he said that he need 12 weeks for me to take preparation. For me, he need to travel to America to get serious this fight so he can be ready, And then I was disappointed, and I need to fight, But he was really good name for me and really good on the ranking. And then he said no, and then I said to my manager, "Hey, look, I tried to 185." He said, "You sure?" Yeah, I just try. I'm now like I don't know, like 195. So I cut 10 pounds, and I want to try. I feel great, It's not so much weight cutting. So everybody say I'm strong like the middleweight. So we'll see, how I feel. But now I feel very very good, explosive, strength, power, condition, everything is on the point. So when I step in the cage, I will see how I feel, But I think I can handle it with this.
Yes, I was going to ask you. Obviously, Grzebek is now fighting Zaromskis. Is that correct? Is this now the next contender from this fight? Does that excite you that either Zaromskis, a legend of the sport, or Grzebek will be your next fight for the to defend your title?
Really, I don't know. I just want to focus now Materla because this is very big fight for me, big opportunity, and he's really big legend in KSW and in Poland and Europe. Everybody respects him a lot. So I'm focused now Materla, and after Saturday, we will see. But now just Materla. I don't want to talk. Maybe the next fight is 170 again. But now I just want to focus Materla and what future gives.
When I think about the Materla fight, sorry Noel, when I think about the Materla fight, I think about your lethal kicks, and we saw Materla fall to similar left-sided kicks before, and you have lethal power on your left-hand side. Is that something you are looking very closely at ahead of this fight? Particularly kicks to the body, it seems he is vulnerable to.
Yeah, he's on the body. Yeah, a little bit. how to say, he sometimes gets out, but this guy is fighter. He's really a fighter. He never give up. So he will be prepared for this, I think, because when some people take the lose but learn a lot. I also sometimes took the lose, but later I learned to this not happen again. And then I think he will accept this. He work on this. But I have another plan. We will see. What the fight gives. Maybe will be a 3 rounds war, maybe 1 round, 2 rounds. I'm ready for everything. But game plan, I have some game plan, but you can, when I step in the cage, one Tyson, Mike Tyson says one time, everybody has a plan till they get the fight. So we'll see, But it's gonna be a good fight. I expect good fight.
You mentioned obviously, people learning from losses there. The Dricus du Plessis fight, you obviously avenged that loss, but you're unbeaten since then, and seeing him now in the UFC and go the way he's gone, obviously, that sort of gives you confidence and sort of puts you on the shot window, as well as we know Sean Shelby and the lads have been looking at you in the UFC. Is this potentially, your last fight with the promotion?
No. I have a contract 2 years, I think, and I got fights, in KSW. But we'll see what gives future, But Sean Shelby sent a lot of message for me to go in the UFC, but we will see, because I have contract now. I don't want to talk. Just I'm focused on Materla.
Is there a problem, Roberto, with being so dominant as a champion? Do you think it is hard for KSW to keep getting you opponents because you're doing so well, you're knocking these guys out? Is it hard to get fights as Roberto Soldic, one of the greatest in the world outside of the UFC?
Maybe. I don't know. Look, the fight, I respect fighters, also my opponents, but the guy Grzebek, he called me out, and then he say I cannot fight this guy. I need 12 weeks, and then he fights now Zaromskis, So I was confused.
You've lost respect for him.
You can take also. Why? It's a fighter life, I don't understand this. But I respect him a lot, But maybe some people are afraid. Who knows what is this happening now? Who knows why he pull out? I don't want to think about that, I just focus Materla, because this is what pushed me really forward. It's really huge name, the guy, and he's on the rankings, so I'm 100% focused on Materla.
You have you've talked about Materla there, and of course I agree with you. I think he is one of the greatest fighters in the history of KSW. And with that in mind, is he the biggest win of your career? If your hand is raised on Saturday, is this the best victory of your career, do you believe?
We'll see after victory. But one of the best. For sure, one of the best.
And I don't want to keep asking you about other matchups, but I have one more to ask you about, because it was something I thought about as soon as it happened. We obviously had Khalidov v. Askham, and there was already so many people talking about Scott Askham and you fighting, and now Khalidov beats Askham. Is there any way, if your debut goes well at 185, you could take on the most legendary fighter in the history of KSW, Mamed Khalidov?
Yeah, I think that can happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be insane, right? That would be one of the biggest fights KSW could probably ever put on, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that can happen, but first Materla, it's not easy job because the guy is warrior. So I accept good fight.
Have you got a prediction for the fight on Saturday night? Are you going to go out and get that finish?
I just go forward as always. I try to finish my opponent, and then what they give me doesn't matter how. I just the win. But I'm ready to fight. I always going to forward and to finish my opponent, to break him
Roberto,
mental. Just pressure. I always put the pressure on the opponent.
Wow. Well, Roberto, it is a pleasure to watch you fight, and it is a pleasure to speak to you as always. I cannot wait to see you in there. Your hair is looking beautiful, by the way, I must say. He just got his hair cut, so I wanted to highlight this. But thank you so much, Roberto. It's always a pleasure to speak to you, and I look forward to talking to you again, champ.
Appreciate it, Roberto.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello, guys. If you want to hear more of The Bash, you can subscribe to us on all our wonderful channels on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and all that other shit.
And click the links below. Click the links below, the notification button. It comes straight to your phone if we've any fresh content. And also hit the subscribe button. It does help. You're some plonker.
It's very serious.